to try and avoid sun flare and things, Paul. No.
Seeing your lens.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's what it is, a dirty lens most of the time, is it?
Most of the time, yeah.
Or deep lens.
Little spots on the front of your lens.
Right.
Just go and have a look on the top of that dune, yeah. Come back.
Hi, Paul.
Oh, it's coming closer. You still recording?
What? Sorry. Sorry, Paul, I didn't know it was on
alright.
there.
So hello, welcome to another video and another day out, and I'm still in South Wales. I'm at Three Cliffs Bay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've actually been here before, and I'll put a link up here in this top corner. I was here, and I'm with Nigel, who's behind you at the moment. I was here before, but last time it was blowing about a 50-mile-an-hour wind, and we were just down there on the beach, and these guys are holding my umbrella, weren't you? And I managed to get a picture, so check that video out. It's completely different to what we're doing tonight. Why are we here? We're here because the sun's setting. We've been out all day. We've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so you have to check out the other videos as well, and I'll just have a look on my channel. You'll see why I'm down here and what we're doing. I'm on holiday for the week, so you'll be seeing a few videos throughout this week from down this area, or along the Pembrokeshire coast at least. But Three Cliffs Bay, I've seen the photographs here before, classic shot. 3 cliffs leading out into the sea. You've got this beautiful S-curve of the water, the stream running down into the sea. I've got the XT4 on the go, which seems to be growing on me a little bit more now. It seems to be out on me more often than the XT3 is. We're using the 16-80, which is working out quite well. Quite not a bad little lens. I seem to think it's all right. It might not be the cream of the crop. It's not a red badge Sony lens, but it's not bad. It's all right. It's not a bad little lens. It's got a great range from 16-80. It means I can carry one lens most of the time, even though I've got a bag full of gear. But yeah, I'm here to capture this, which you may have seen already in the B-roll, that, you know, we've got this lovely curve coming around and the sun's setting over to the right. It's probably not the perfect time of year for this because the sun's quite a way over to the right, and I've seen it a little bit more towards the center of the frame, if you like. So we're using panoramics to try and get the sun and all this what's going on in front of us as well. So I've just been over there up on the bank. I shot a panoramic, hopefully, fingers crossed, bracket panoramic. I shot it at f11 to start with, and I thought that was a bit silly because I wanted to get the sun star, so I wound it all the way up to f22. I know you're not supposed to use f22, but to get a sun star, it's about best place to be really. 18 to 22, depending on what lens you got. This lens is the first time I've ever tried doing a sun star on this lens, and it seemed to work. It worked all right. Nowhere near as good as what my Canon lenses were. My Canon lenses was absolutely pristine when it comes to sun stars, but this is working okay. I'm happy with it. So yeah, I'm basically shooting panoramics. I've got the camera horizontal at the moment, just purely to try and grab a shot, a one-off shot really, but it's not seemed to be working. So I'm going to flick it back over to vertical. I've got my spirit level. I've lined my spirit level up on the bottom on my leveling plate. It's perfectly level where the tripod is now, and I'm basically looking down this way. I'm going to shoot from sort of there, and I'm going to sweep it all the way round. Even though the beach is in shadow, we've got light down here at the moment. The rocks and the cliffs are sort of in shadow, but the sky's being muted and the sun will go down behind the cliffs in a minute. But we're going to get a nice sweep of this and get it all in if we can. I'm going to have to move you slightly, and I'm going to probably have to give Nigel a bit of a nudge just to push him back a little bit. Some grasses down here right underneath the camera where you are at the moment that look really, really nice with the backlight on them. So that's the plan. Full sweep, panoramic. I'm going to overlap each shot as I go across. I'm going to do a third of a frame overlap as I go across, and bracket the shot. So every time I take a shot, it's going to be 5 shots to make sure you get all the dynamic range. Full manual. This is where one of the occasions I have to shoot in full manual, because by the time I get from there, which is quite bright, to there, which is like burning your eyeballs, it will be all over the place. So you have to keep it in full manual. So over there is really bright and over there is a bit darker, but it will work out in the end, hopefully. And then I'm going to stitch them together in Lightroom. Simple as peas, isn't it really? Or I'll make it sound simple. Let's see if we can make it work. Yeah, you'll be fine, mate, yeah. It's hard getting up the sandbank, isn't it? It's beautiful, isn't it, the way that S-curve leads through the shot. And the light's just taming down enough to have a glow on it without it being too harsh. This lens is definitely better for a sun star than the other lens I've got. In fact, I'm quite pleased because I've missed having a decent sun star. Canon lenses are so good. Right, but as you see, that was it. Easy as it was. It was literally a case of getting the camera centered and leveled. I've got a leveling head on here, which makes it dead easy. No matter where the tripod is, I can level the head off, within reason, that is. I can level the head off and the head's perfectly level. So as I spin it round, the ball head doesn't change position. It just literally comes around exactly in the same position all the way around. And then I use the spirit level on the back of the camera. Not sure if you can see it on there, but I use the spirit level on the back of the camera there to make sure the camera's level. And then that's it. That horizon line should stay straight all the way through. I'm shooting at 16mm, so it's not totally wide. You may get a little bit of diffraction, a little bit of lens warp as you go round, but it should be all right. There's nothing right up close to the foreground apart from these grasses, which don't really matter. But yeah, I shot from literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 or possibly 9 shots. Slightly wider than what I want, so I can crop it down to where I want it to be at the end. I tend to do my panoramics at a 2x1 because I like to stick to basic sizes. 2x1, 3x1 at a push, and then 10x8. 6x4, 1:1, so on and so forth, just because when I'm framing them and stuff like that, they're standard sizes rather than just moving your crop tool to where you want. It's just my preference, that's all. Nigel's shooting panoramic as well, and he's using a head that I've actually owned. It's the Benro geared head, and I've actually got one in a box, that I haven't took out the box yet, and I've had it for a long time because my original leveling head, I couldn't get it on. When you screw it down on the ball, it catches the spirit level, and I couldn't get it on. So I was going to keep it sort of for 2, and I'm just going to take a photograph while we're talking. I'm just going to run through another pano because the sun's setting over there, and I just wanted to get that set as it went down. So I'll talk to you as I'm taking the pano. So yeah, I've got the Benro geared head as well, and I might give it a try because watching Nigel, it makes things like this very easy. You've only got to turn one dial, and it just makes a nice, you know, nice soft movement as it turns itself on the gears rather than the ball head. It might be another way of trying to slow me down, which is almost impossible. So right, I'm going to finish this pano off. We're in a lot more shade and shadow now down there because the sun's obviously going down behind the hill, and then I'm going to have to change the battery. I've had this battery on the go all day and it's just fading now. I've just run down the bottom. I've just left Nigel up there. That's where we were just now. We're going to go down that way and try and get the afterglow. But before we do that, look at these people up on the top of that hill. You probably can't see it because it's overexposed. Let's see if I can bring the exposure down for you. I can, because I've got nothing on the screen. I don't know how to change it. Let's see if it'll come down. No, it won't. But above there is the moon. And if I can get in the right position, I can get the moon behind the people, and that'll be fantastic. So I've come down low, and I've got one image, but I want to go down lower even still. So I'm going to run back up and get my bag, and I'm going to run down there and try and get the moon behind them people, because that's going to be absolutely fantastic photograph. So bear with me, I'm all of a shudder. I am so out of breath. I just shouted to Nigel. He was up on the top of the hill. I said, watch me bag, and I left I left you there, I left the camera there, and I've run down this hill, got all the way down, and I got the camera set up really, really close to where I wanted to try and get it, because I wanted to get the moon, which you can see, oh, wherever it is, just there. I was trying to get it above them people and actually get them people inside the moon. That would have been an absolutely 1 in 1,000 shot, 1 in a million shot of those people being there in that moon. Did I get it? No. I got the camera set up. I got the big lens on there. I'm zoomed right into 150mm. That's 200 something, whatever, on the Fuji. Turn the camera on. Battery's dead. No! I knew it was going dead when I was up there. You know, I knew it was going dead. It was on red, but it just wouldn't fire off one shot. So I had to run back up the hill. By the time I'd got the camera battery, run back down the hill again, the moon had obviously moved, and I could not get the camera low enough because of the sand dunes and the hill in front of it to get the people in. But I did get a shot. I'm going to crop in a little bit on it because it's still quite wide. If I could have had a 400mm, would have been absolutely spot on. But I'm pleased with the effort I put into that. Oh, recompose myself. Let's get back over there, get these 3 cliffs and the after sun, you know, the gold blue hour, and chill out a bit. I've got a mouthful of coffee. I'm so, wow, that was a moment. I should have filmed it, but there was no way I could film that. It was so manic. But what a moment. What a moment. That moon moves so fast, it really does. But yeah, have a look at this picture. What do you reckon? It was hard work to get that. Tonight's turning out to be quite a nice evening with a couple of pretty good shots. I just raced up onto the top of the cliff here. I'll just show you where we are. Look at this. We're now up on the top of this little mound. As you can see there, you got that S-curve running down there. You got the 3 cliffs there, and you got the afterglow. And just on the top there, just now, there was a lad, in fact it looks like a lad and his girlfriend climbing up there, and yeah, it was quite a nice shot to have them in it as well. There's nothing in the sky, got no clouds, but we've definitely got that afterglow, those hues, those warm soft tones, which is quite nice. And this beautiful curve leading through, there's no polarized, no filters, there's no nothing. It's simplicity photography. It really is. Point the camera where you want it, aperture priority, ISO 160, 2-second timer, f11, hit the shutter button. Brilliant every time. The aperture's working out the shutter speed for me, so I don't have to. And with bracket in, you're getting the dynamic range above and below, so you can always balance it where you want it. Really, really nice. I can see why people take this at sunset. I'll be back again, definitely, 100%. Nigel's not far away, so I know he's in South Wales. I can take a trip down and come and see him anytime I want. Yeah, what a fantastic photograph. I might even shout over, see if I can get them two to stand on the top of the cliff and do me a bit of a pose, because I think it'd be pretty awesome. Shall I do it? Shall I shout them over? Excuse me, can I get you to stand on the top and stand still, because you look brilliant on the top of the hill. Go back up to the top. Look at that, absolutely perfect. I'm even doing a YouTube video and you're on it now. That's brilliant. Stand perfectly still. Hold that pose, hold that pose. It's a long exposure. Absolutely brilliant. Look at them two over there, absolute superstars. Cheers, guys. So all you got to do, ask. They can easily say no. Right, now behind me is another shot. I got that moon shot, and I've just taken another one as I was walking up here, and I'll show you that as well in a moment. The moon was reflecting in a little tiny puddle down on the bottom of the beach, and I thought it was really cool. But now if I flick the camera around, I've actually got the cliff face with that nice soft tone, warm tone on it, and I've got the cold blue sky with the moon in it and the reflection of the moon in the water. So I'm going to point the camera behind you and take that shot behind. But this is definitely perfection photography. Cliffs, sea, sunset direction, S-curve with the stream. You can't ask for much more than that. Absolutely brilliant. Apart from maybe the sun's still up. I don't know. Yeah, some clouds in the sky. That would have been amazing. Imagine clouds in the sky, high level clouds with a low light going down. Wow, what an absolute burner. And I'm sure there's 100 of these photographs on Google, but for me, first time I've taken this one, and absolutely pleased with it. Right, well, I think I am. Yeah, no, I'm going to turn around and get the one with the moon, because that looks pretty awesome. Nigel's got the same idea. He's right behind now doing the same shot. Right, well, as if by magic, look at this. These two have just turned up that were over there on the top of that cliff, and they've just literally climbed across the top of those 3 peaks. And I think they're bonkers, to be honest, but I'd do it. You know, I'd do it if I was a bit younger. I just can't do it these days. But yeah, no, it's good they've climbed up, so I take it they want to see their picture now, so I'm going to have to stop recording and show them their picture. Woo! How cool was that? They actually climbed up the cliff behind me. They literally came straight up at me and come up behind me. That was pretty cool to say hello to them. So hopefully that picture's come out, because it's ever so nerve-wracking when you say you've taken a picture of somebody and you say, yeah, I'll send it over to you, and you get back and find it's out of focus or something stupid like that. I missed something rushing around, and it probably was focusing anything else. But this in front of us is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to hit the shutter button again, because there's some clouds appeared in the sky, which makes that moon seem a little bit more mysterious. Yeah, it's quite a nice shot. You've got a nice reflection on the water, you've got the lovely blue hour colours, there's a star up there, there's a little bit of cloud in the sky now, and I've got these rocks down here in the foreground that you can't see on your camera, but they're there. F11 I think I'm on. Yes, I'm on F11. I'm out at 16mm. Again, no filters, no anything on there, just it's really is as simple as focus on the rocks, hit the shutter button and get a shot. And I think that's a really nice way to end today. It's been a brilliant day. I've done 3 videos today, so hopefully, you know, if you're watching this and you haven't seen the others, check them out. It makes sense to where we are and what we're doing. So yeah, we're down on the, I think we're in the Gower, something like that, definitely in South Wales, and I'm at 3 Cliffs Bay, and yeah, it's fantastic. So I think I've shown you how to do panoramics, how I do panoramic. Hopefully I've got a couple of decent panoramic shots. I've got that fantastic moon shot with the people in it, which I was over the moon about, and it's still doing something, so I better not touch it, which was really, really cool. And I've got that shot there, hopefully, fingers crossed it's focused, with those people on the top of the 3 cliffs, and now I'm finishing off with a beautiful moon shot. So I'm out with a good mate, and I've had a good time. So now it's a case of going back, getting some tea, and checking out. I've got to charge loads of batteries. Camper life would be impossible. At least I'm stopping at Nigel's tonight, or me and Denise are, so I'll use his electricity and plug everything in, get the generators up. But yeah, I've used, I'm on my third camera battery in the Fuji, I'm on my 3rd camera battery in the video camera, and yeah, I need to charge them up. My drone's dead as well, so big charge night for the rest of the week. Thanks for watching, till next time, ciao for now, see you on the next one.